Hey, what's going on, guys? It's LuceyGoosey or Kyle, and welcome to my Week 4 matchup for the MLBA. We are going up against MegaOshawott, coach of the Indiana Hyperspacers. And yeah, this is going to actually be a little bit different from the last couple of weeks. I'm actually doing a post commentary, and my team builder is trying. I'm going to try to be pretty quick. I had a really busy week this week. I had a really busy week this week, guys. So yeah, I had my grad party and everything, and I had to bet a little bit early, and I built pretty quickly for this match. But anyways, we are 3-0 heading into this match. Our opponent, I believe, is 1-2, but they have played really well. Scyther is actually in the top of the kill leaders, which is why I'm predicting him to bring it to the battle, because he's been bringing it every week so far. So we have our Choice Scarf Manchow, which does outspeed the Scyther, I believe. Well, I think it's speed ties, but I don't know if he'd run max speed Scyther, and he definitely wouldn't run Scarf. But Drain Punch, Knock Off, U-Turn, Stone Edge. We can hit a lot of things with Drain Punch, and the things we can't hit with Drain Punch, we can hit with the other moves. I think Espeon's pretty likely to be Scarfed in this matchup, so it will outspeed us, but if he is trying to outspeed a Scarfed 100 base Pokemon, then he definitely outspeeds us as well, because we did go the Adamant route. But we can do a lot of damage to everything. The one thing we can't really hit super hard is Coco, but we do have a couple of things that can hit Coco. So the next Pokemon we're bringing is going to be Gardevoir Morgana with the Choice Scarf. We do have Trick in case the Blissey comes or the Delmice comes, and we can Trick Choice Scarf onto them. But other than that, I think I'd like to keep my Choice Scarf in this game. We do outspeed a lot of stuff and can put some good damage on it. I do have the Trace in case we want to Trace Sand Rush on the Excadrill, because then we're really faster. Trace Magic Bounce on the Espeon, which if it was Toxicking or something, then we could Toxic it. But yeah, I mean, there's a few other things that we could trace, but Protein on the Greninja and Sand Rush on the Excadrill seem to be the most likely and best ones. So that's pretty cool, and I think that it could work out for us. We have a little bit of speed investment, and I believe that's just there to outspeed non-speed invested Scyther or something. It's there for something, but I'm not 100% sure. It might just be to outspeed Max Speed Coco with the Scarf. No, that wouldn't make sense, because it definitely doesn't outspeed that. It speeds a base 100 with the Scarf, so I'm not sure where that would be on his team. But yeah, I think that this is a really good Gardevoir set. Like I said, I built this team a long time ago, so I'm not sure what the speed tiers are there for, but I definitely wanted max HP just so I can take hits, especially from Coco. So I can 2-hit KO Coco and take hits from it as well. And then the next Pokemon we're bringing is a Shukaberry Volcanion, Liquidation, Flare Blitz, Superpower, Defog. It is a physical Volcanion because I wanted something that hit Blissey, and this is one of those weird sets that can hit Blissey with a Superpower and do about 60% if it's defense invested, and I think it was 75 if it was Sped F invested, which is a really nice hit on the Blissey. So we go Liquidation and a Superpower and kill it. We do have the Defog just in case he does Hazard Stack us with the Greninja or something along those lines. But I think it's a really good set. The Shukaberry's there, so we can but we can kill the Excadrill or the Tyranitar if they go for Earthquake, and then we hit them up with a Liquidation or a Flare Blitz. So I think that's really nice. And yeah, we just have 16 speed in case something lower than us, like the Delmize or something, is trying to outspeed an uninvested Volcanion. So the next Pokemon we're bringing is going to be the Miltank. I think Miltank is pretty nice in this matchup to take hits from Coco. That's the main reason why I brought it, as well as Espeon we can take hits from, which is good. But yeah, we do have Milk Drink, Earthquake, Seismic Talk, Stealth Rocks. I was going back and forth on a lot of moves. I wanted Heal Bell on this. Oop, I just connected off a Showdown. Just so you know, guys, I don't really have the best internet right now, so that's why I'm trying to go fast. But I was going back and forth what moves. I kind of want to return, but I ended up going with Earthquake, Seismic Toss. Earthquake was just there to hit Coco harder, and then Seismic Toss just to do whatever to everything else. And then I definitely needed Stealth Rocks in this game to break down the Scyther if it does come. So I felt like that was a pretty good Miltank set. Then Naganadel, the best set of the week, there to outspeed, I believe, max speed Espeon after a +1 speed boost. We have the Sludge Wave, Draco, Flamethrower, and Nasty Plot. With the Nasty Plot up, we get a kill, and we should be able to sweep through the team. Dragonium Z Draco Meteor does a ton to everything on his team except for Excadrill and obviously Coco. But we can kill a Tyranitar, or we can kill the Scyther with it, or something along those lines. We do have a lot of bulk just to live hits from something if we do need to do that and set up a nasty plot. Like we can set up a nasty plot on the Greninja or on the Coco, something like that, and then proceed to sweep through the team. The problem is Greninja does outspeed us, so that is something to look out for. And lastly, we have our Mega Scizor with a lot of defensive investment. This is more of like an Excadrill answer, even though we don't have ways to really hit Excadrill hard. We can Swords Dance up on it and get some roosts off, and then sweep through the team with like knockoff Bullet Punch, the mixture of the two. It's also a pretty good answer to Scyther if the Scyther is like Eviolite Scyther. Can't really touch us, and we can just Swords Dance or Roost on it all day long, which is really nice, and he doesn't really get priority against us because Quick Attack we resist. So I think this is a pretty nice team. I'll head into the battle. I'll see if I can do the smooth transition to the battle. Looks like some of the sprites aren't loading in for some reason, so I don't know if that's gonna stick like that, but I did actually predict the 6 that he was gonna bring. I was planning on live commenting this, but then it was like 11 o'clock at night before we battled, and I decided not to. I don't know if the sprites are gonna end up loading in or not. There's Mienshao, and I led with Mienshao because I am Scarfed, but I didn't want to risk a Scarf Coco Dazzling Gleam killing me right off the bat, so I do hard switch out into my Miltank, and he does just go for the Volt Switch, which would have been nice to bring like Claydol to block that Volt Switch, but I do take a lot of damage, showing that he's actually Specs Coco. So I just get my rocks up here, and we're actually going to lose our Miltank on turn 2 to a critical hit, but I mean, it wasn't a big deal. So we actually go for a Drain Punch into the T-Tar, and he gets his rocks up because he was Focus Sash instead of like Chople Berry, which I was surprised. But yeah, we do end up killing the Tyranitar, which is nice, and we are going to be able to regenerate any health we lost. I figured this was definitely Scarf to Espeon. You want to bring it in otherwise, and so we're going to go out into our Gardevoir to take like a Psychic, but he actually stays, or he actually Baton Passes out, which is smart. He goes into Excadrill. I just go for the Focus Blast thinking it would kill because we are Scarfed, and it actually doesn't kill, which I was really surprised. I didn't want to risk missing a Focus Blast here, so I just go out into my answer to the Excadrill. We aren't Mega Evolved yet. We do take a ton of damage from that. I wanted to U-turn here, but I need him to be healthy, so I believe I go for Roost. I'm actually going to slow this battle down so that I can compensate over a little bit better. But Greninja is looking pretty weak. I can't for sure live a hit from it though, so I'm going to hard switch out into Volcanion, and he just goes for the Hidden Power Fire. And yeah, he gets the Fire typing and does very little damage because we 4 times resist that with our Volcanion. And then he goes for the Spike. So I wish I would have defogged here because that would have been the smartest play. However, I went for Liquidation just to make sure I killed it. And yeah, it's going to be really tough to get rid of the hazards now. He goes out in the Excadrill. I know I can live this with the Shuka. I was so lucky he didn't go out in Coco, because if he went out in the Coco, I would have been forced out or forced to the sack, and these hazards would have been up against me the whole time. But he does go into Excadrill to get the kill, and he actually does get his rocks back up, but it was more the Spike that I was concerned of, because then our Gardevoir couldn't come back in with the Spike up. So he does go Coco now, and I figured I might as well just sack my my Volcanion since I already lost my Miltank, and he is a Specs variant, so we do have to be careful with that. He goes out into Espeon, which I'm like, okay, my only answer really right now is going to be the Scizor. I can Roost up on it as he actually goes for the Hidden Power Fire, and so I wanted to predict that. This was a big play because I knew he was Scarfed, just because it made sense a lot in the matchup to outspeed Naganadel and any Scarfers that were below Naganadel. And I figured if he does have the Hidden Power Fire, the best thing I can do here is sack off my Scarf Gardevoir, which isn't doing much in this battle. And then if he goes for Hidden Power Fire, I can go out into my Naganadel and either click Nasty Plot, or I can click the just the Sludge Wave to get a big hit off on something. So he goes for the Hidden Power Fire, and I'm going to go out into my Naganadel. And this is where I started to misplay, guys. So like I said, this was late at night, and I don't know what I was thinking. So my best play here would be to go for the Nasty Plot. I can live any hit from a Specs Coco, unless he does like, I don't even, like a Hidden Power Ice maybe. And we don't know if he's faster or not. I mean, I can Sludge Wave here too, just for damage. And that's what I do. I go for Sludge Wave, and he actually does go out in the Coco. We get our speed boost, and this is where I can't believe I misplayed so hard here, guys, because this should be the game. The Scyther comes out, and I'm looking at the calcs, and Dragonium Z to him, like, Spadef, Eviolite, Scyther does only like 60%, so I was like, oh, I'll just Flamethrower first, and then I'll Dragonium Z it. But I wasn't thinking, what if it's not Eviolite, and it kills me I just wasn't thinking along those lines. I should have clicked Dragonium Z here 100%, and for some reason I just wasn't thinking, and so I clicked Flamethrower here. I should have just clicked Dragonium Z, Dragonium Z, because that would have just made absolutely the most sense in this turn. I was trying to save it for the Espeon because I didn't one-shot Espeon without a Nasty Plot up, and I wasn't thinking, well, I have Scizor in the back to Bullet Punch. And so yeah, if I went for Dragonium Z here, the Scyther actually would have died because he turns out to be a choice banded Scyther. So we just clicked the Flamethrower, he lives it, and he's going to go for the Aerial Ace. And this still should be game for us, guys, because he Scarfed Espeon. So we go out into our Scizor, and I don't know what I did here, guys. I thought I clicked Bullet Punch, but I guess I didn't, and he kills us before I can kill him with the Bullet Punch. So I don't understand. I guess I just misclicked there, and we actually are going to lose this game because I don't know. I was pretty distracted, I guess, and I wasn't focusing on the match, and that's really why we lost this match, is I just wasn't focusing, and that is going to end up being Scarfed Espeon. He's going to outspeed us and kill us with the Psyshock. So really tough match for us, just because it should have been one that we won, and for some reason I just wasn't thinking or wasn't focused on the match, and we are going to lose this 1-0 and lose our first game of the season, which kind of stinks because this is going to be really hard. We have a lot of harder games down the corner. We have Matt Metagross next week, who is undefeated at the moment, and that's going to be a really tough one. And if we lose that one, 3-2 doesn't look too good for me. So yeah, I should have played a lot better in this match. That should have been an easy 3-0 victory with Naganadel at the end, and for some reason I just wasn't thinking. But yeah, that is going to be the match. I hope you guys did all enjoy. Sorry for the post-com, and sorry for my voice sounded dead. I just woke up, and I've been talking a lot the last couple of days. So hope you guys did all enjoy. I hope I can get Ocean League up tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. That's going to be a post-com too, guys. But anyways, hopefully you guys did all enjoy. I'm out for now. Peace.